Okay, so I'm going to roll the dice a little bit on this one. This is a brand new marketplace for buying collectibles, but with crypto. Apparently, the way it works. So, this is cool. First of all, here is the founding team. You can see here, this is, in my opinion, pretty impressive. They're all doxed. This is funded by VC funds. There's a bunch of advisors who are all doxed. Anyways, this is a place where you can buy collectibles, but with crypto. And if I'm understanding it right, the way it works, if I actually, let's click launch app and jump into it. So you do have to create an account to get signed in, which I've already done. I just use, Google to authenticate like so. And I see it's got a Solana wallet here too. So I think what I have to do is I have to send my USDC to this wallet in order to actually buy things, which, that's a little confusing. Why can't I just connect with my own wallet? That's the first thing that comes to mind. Okay, so actually, I'm going to walk this back already because I didn't realize this until after I had already walked through the process of creating an account. When you click Launch App right here, it asks you to sign in or sign up. You give that a click, and I went ahead and did continue with Google because that's the first button that you see. But actually, at the bottom, you can connect your own external wallet like Phantom down here at the bottom. So if you do continue with Google, which is what I did because that type of authentication is very easy for me, it scaffolds its own wallet behind the scenes that you send your funds to, and then you do all of your purchases that way. So you can either use Google and it'll generate a wallet address for you to send your funds to, which you can then shop with, or you can connect your own wallet that way. But I guess they want to contain it with their own wallet. Or I guess, maybe for new Web3 users who don't want to install Phantom or anything, this is kind of like, hey, we'll just give you a wallet to help you custody this. So you could buy, USDC or Sol on Coinbase and just ship it straight here by copying that. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click receive. We're going to receive some USDC. I'll click copy right here, and then I'll fire off some USDC that I have in my hot wallet. So we'll send this to this wallet, just YOLO here, because this is all, brand new for me working with this platform. I'll send most of the USDC and send it, and let's see what happens. I may also just send a tiny amount of Sol to that wallet too, just to kind of get it going. Let's go ahead and come back here. Let's do deposit Sol, same wallet address just to make sure. Don't hit the bookmarks button. Here we go. So I'll send, I guess this might pay my like gas fees or something like this. So we'll paste in this wallet address and just send 0.05 or something small like that, like $1 worth of Solana, just to pay any transaction fees. Okay. So I've now fired off this currency to this built-in wallet that's on this platform. So it should be there. There's the USDC. So the Sol should be there any second now. So this is so far looking good. All right. So I've signed in with my OAuth Google account. I've sent some Sol and some USDC to this platform. Again, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they don't have like a wallet connect button here because they're just trying to ease the onboarding process for, non-Web3 native people. So now I'm going to go to the marketplace, and this is what caught my attention. They actually have like a really good set of collections of things for you to buy or collect, whether it's like, actual sports cards or Pokemon cards. There's some pretty valuable ones. Let me show you. So the search function, in my opinion, needs a little bit of work. If I search for like Pokemon, Pikachu, Gold Star, something like this. This is what caught my attention because I saw this on their social media platform. So I'm hitting enter right now and nothing's happening. It's not searching at all. So that's probably a little bit of a bug. So maybe I'll just try and search for something different like Pikachu. Yeah, you press enter and there is no search button to actually click. So I'm not sure what's really going on there. Let me try and refresh this. And maybe I'll try and search one more time. I'll just search for Pikachu. Now when I press enter, it actually fires it off. Look at this. This Pikachu Gold Star with a PSA 9 for $1,900. Let me show you why I think that's a big deal. If I go to pricecharting.com and I search for Pikachu Gold Star, let's see what the average PSA 9 sales price is. This is number 104. It's in English. PSA 9s are going for the 2200 to 2850 range right now. If I actually look at the grade 9 sold listings, we can go into that. And we see, I've seen some that here's a PSA 9 that sold like just last week for $2,900. So, I mean, I think 1900 is actually a really good price for this card. The last time it was below 1900 was in January, so about 6 or 7 months ago at this point. And overall, it looks like it maintains above 2000. So, this is like a really good price for this card, in my opinion. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to test it out. We're going to see what happens. So I'll click to buy this card. So I'll say buy. There's no offers. There's no activity on this card yet. And right now it's owned by C-Suite Collectibles, which I believe is actually this platform, and it's held in their vault currently. So I'll click buy now. And it's got my Solana wallet already here. I could also pay with credit card, which is nice. And I'll click confirm and pay. So this should be transacting on the blockchain in the background to see, what's going on with this particular wallet. Spinning a long time. Confirmation on Solana should happen in like 12 seconds. I mean, maybe it's waiting for finality. Finality can take, 30 seconds or so on Solana. There it goes. Okay. Purchase successfully completed. Here's the transaction ID. I'm going to fire it off. I'm going to bring it up. And we'll see that this transaction took place on chain right here. So we can see, there it is. And we actually see the little Pokemon card as part of it too. That's actually really cool. So, okay. So at this point, I can now click go to card. Let's see what this does. Okay. So it's owned by me. I now see that owned by me, which is really, really cool. And I now have the ability to relist it here. So this kind of works as a secondary marketplace, and the card is held in their vault currently. And when I check my balance, my USDC balance has been decremented by the 1900, not additional. So that's the cool thing. We saw 1900 was the buy price. There wasn't any hidden fees. That's a good thing. So now what can I do? Well, I can either relist this card by clicking the list card button, or I can click the ... Notice here I have the ability to transfer the P NFT. I'm guessing that's for physical NFT, an NFT that represents a physical asset right there. There's also this remove from marketplace, which I'm not really sure what that does because it's not where I actually claim the card. Withdraw card is where I would go. If I understand right, this is where I would go to actually have the card physically shipped to myself, which is what I want to do. And this is going to burn the NFT, which is my asset that represents my ownership of this. So by burning the NFT, I'm now saying I want the physical card shipped to me. So here we go. We're going to try it. So cart has been added to withdrawal cart. So I see this now with this little burn and a 1 next to it. That's what changed here. And I see in this case, it says, okay, we can burn the PNFTs. And it tells you right here, what does it mean to withdraw cards? By withdrawing the selected cards, the underlying physical asset will be shipped to you from our vaulting partner, and the digital version will be removed from our marketplace. Your other collectibles will be unaffected. So, okay, oh, there's a $40 fee associated with this. So keep that in mind. I guess that's for the insurance purposes and, the actual boxing of this. So good thing I had a little bit of extra cash because I wasn't expecting that, but $40 for shipping with an insured value of $2,000 is not, an outrageous amount, but it is something that you probably want to plan for. Okay, burn the NFT. Here's what I'm going to add my address. I'm going to, hide that for my own purposes. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. I am short. So there's another additional chunk of money I have, which looks like another roughly $20 that I'm going to have to, or another $10 that I'm going to have to come up with. Okay. So now I need to go back to the USDC and come up with some extra money. Okay, so what I guess I'll have to do here is I'll have to go back to my cart here. Let's bring up my wallet to deposit some more because I'm going to need some more USDC. So we'll copy this back into Phantom. I'll just send the rest of my USDC balance over there just to, have it. We'll send it. Here's the address. Max amount of the USDC and send. And now we'll just wait for it to show up here. There we go. So it'll take, a few seconds for this to pop up. We'll refresh. And any second now, we should see the USDC balance update. Okay, there it is. So now I've definitely got enough USDC to handle this burn transaction. We'll do burn P NFTs one more time. I'll add my address right here. Okay, so I added an address. I'm kind of zoomed in right now to hide my address from the screen. But I want to point out that when I added an address, the price of the shipping and burning went up even more. So I think we've now got shipping for $25, insurance for $20, again, reasonable, but then fees add a big chunk to that. So I think this is where, I think it's probably just a place for them to add revenue. Again, you pay $2,000 for a card, $85 to ship it is not the end of the world, but something that you need to prepare for if you're going to burn this. Okay, so I see my shipping method, FedEx, 5 to 10 business days. I've added insurance to it. I can add a comment to it if that's what I have to. I guess this pay for shipping separately, like it says, it's really about custom shipping and courier quotes. I don't really know what that is all about. I don't have to worry about that. So in this case, with my address added above, hidden from the screen, here we go. Confirm and pay to burn the NFT. The transaction is now processing from my USDC balance one more time. And the transaction has been successful. I can go to the Solana Explorer one more time to see the transaction for where I paid for the shipping. We see the burnt Pokemon NFT and the actual shipping transactions of USDC right here. Cool. Okay. On-chain validation. Now I'm going to click go to my shipments. And I'm like super zoomed in again to kind of hide my address here. But this is the shipment object right here. We see it's got FedEx payment date, the amount paid. And if I scroll over, you can see the number of cards and the value that's in the box. You can also click this more details button right here to jump it down. And you can see the actual items in the box, the amount paid, and what's going on with that. Okay, so at this point, I've now purchased the asset with crypto, burned the NFT to claim it as my own, or holding the NFT in that wallet if I wanted to keep it on the marketplace and trade it there, which is pretty cool. Now I play the waiting game, and we'll see if and when this card comes in. We'll come back to it when that happens. And fast forward 2 weeks, looky what we have here. The Pikachu has arrived. The Pikachu Gold Star, mint condition, PSA grade 9. Let me kind of hold it to my face right there so it's in focus right there. It's here. They did it. They really did it. So it took a couple weeks to get here, and I can explain why. Also showing off another card that I bought a week later from Collector Crypt. This is a Shining Charizard. Both of these I got at a nice discount compared to market value, and both of these I paid for using USDC. Now, what's up with the shipping? They both arrived on the same day, but one, the Pikachu here, was purchased a week earlier than the Charizard. So why did it take the Pikachu a week longer to arrive than the Charizard? Here's what I actually found out as I started to learn more about how Collector Crypt works. All of their cards, all of their valuables that they are on the marketplace right now are stored in actual vaults. They're not just in somebody's warehouse where they're keeping track of things. These are stored in actual vaults. This Pikachu was stored in a PSA vault. Specifically, it's stored in Collector Crypt's PSA vault. When you want to get an NFT for your card and then trade it on their marketplace, you ship it to them. But specifically, you're shipping it to their vault. That way, the PSA vault, that way they know and can organize and, first of all, make sure that the actual cards and assets themselves are protected and insured. And then they can manage the inventory using the PSA vault. Now, Charizard here was stored in their Alt vault, ALT. If you're not familiar with Alt, it's kind of like an eBay or a PWCC. It's another place where collectibles are traded, and they have their own vault. PSA notoriously takes a long time to ship anything. If you have your own vault and you want to withdraw cards from them, it's going to take them 5 to 7 business days to actually get it out in the mail, and then another 5 or so days to get from there. Whereas alt cards stored in the alt vault, those get shipped like within 24 hours. So that's why, and that's how it's actually working. When you want to ship your cards, into Collector Crypt. That way you can get the NFT and trade it on the marketplace. You're actually shipping it to their vault, like the PSA vault. And when you want to withdraw cards from Collector Crypt, you're actually withdrawing it from their PSA vault, and you're really just kind of subject to their timelines at that point. Overall, really great shopping experience. The website is still very early. There's still a lot of things, like just small, subtle things that they're going to work on and improve upon. But overall, the ability to buy collectibles, physical collectibles like Pokemon cards or sports cards or anything like that, using crypto on the Solana blockchain, it worked really, really well. And I have to say, I'm really, really impressed. Plus, the team, which is doxed, you can talk to them on Twitter, and they have a humongous amount of industry knowledge. They know the most tiny details about the history of these types of Pokemon cards and what happened in Japan at this one time. It's crazy, the depth of their knowledge. So, very, very impressed with Collector Crypt. Will absolutely be using that in my rotation of places that I want to shop for cards, specifically because it's just great to have the ability to use my crypto, to use my USDC on the Solana blockchain. All right, see you in the next one.